If you are a YouTube creator or somebody who's following, the YouTube creator space, I'm sure you've heard about the mass demonetizations that many channels have seen. This has been a topic covered by all of the big YouTube help channels, and for good reason. A lot of people have been impacted by this. In fact, I had two channels. I had a sports gaming channel and a wrestling channel impacted by this. Now, we can only specifically talk about one type of demonetization because that's the one we experienced, which was inauthentic content. Now, the interesting part of both of our channels that got demonetized was it wasn't our long form content, or at least I think it wasn't, right? I don't know how our long form would fit into that because there's no AI usage at all in the long form, but it was our short form. Now, I'm not really a big fan of making shorts. I'm not somebody who, when shorts came out, was like, oh, thank God we finally have YouTube shorts. But what I realized is YouTube shorts is a great way to grow. And so I was trying to utilize different, whether it's an AI tool for a voice or an AI tool that can help you put together images and edit those images. And to try, I was really trying everything on these channels as it pertained to YouTube Shorts. And it wasn't a problem for over a year, right? I was monetized, everything was fine doing those kind of short form content. And then I added in clips of some of the games we were playing. And I think the sheer volume of that flagged YouTube, right? That whatever they had, it said, look, we're enforcing this policy this way now. And so we're going to demonetize this channel for a couple months, right? And that's what the rule was. Now they give you your guidelines of this is what you have to do to improve it and all of that. And obviously, when it first happens, it feels, in a sense, like, oh my God, everything that I've worked for here is now gone, right? That's what it feels like. It's like a punch in the gut. But I'm telling you, if this happened to you and you're someone who got demonetized, don't get upset with YouTube. Don't get upset with, oh, now my channel's done and all of this. Rethink your channel plan. And that's exactly what I have done since I was demonetized, right? Now, the first order of business is obviously fixing your channel so that it meets all of the requirements, right? So go through, like for me, I deleted every short I posted. And trust me, I posted a ton of shorts, okay? I posted a ton of shorts. I was trying out different formats, trying out different things. I also deleted any long forms that I felt didn't fit my channel theme, right? So I was always of the belief that I'm going to leave all my old videos up. I do not care. I want people to be able to see kind of the growth process of this channel. Not going to delete them. I changed my mind because of this. I said, look, if I'm going to delete all these shorts, I might as well completely rebrand and completely fix the entire channel in its entirety. So that's what I did. So if you're looking at your channel and you're like, you know what? I'm demonetized now. This is terrible. I'm feeling terrible about it. The first thing you should do is sit down, look at your channel and say, okay, one, which videos am I making that are not meeting the requirement? Get rid of those. That's a must, right? You have to do it to get back in to the creator program. That's one. Fix whatever issues YouTube has with the channel. And two, prepare to come back stronger. One thing I realized as I was dealing with this, right after a couple of days of, kind of moping around, feeling, sorry for yourself about it, is this is a real opportunity to not just, you know, um, get back into monetization at some point, right? By doing it the way YouTube wants you to do it, right? They're going after a lot of AI generated content. And I understand to some it might be frustrating. You may feel like, you know what, my content doesn't even fit under that. But I do think the rule is going after the right stuff, right? They're trying not to have slop on the platform. And I think when I looked at my channels, I didn't think, it was, the shorts in any way were kind of, they were more newsy content or slop. But it also, the more I think about it, it wasn't a brand either. It wasn't a situation of, you know what, this is the best content you can produce. And so now I've completely rethought thought my channels. Look, my long form stuff was doing really well, especially on the sports gaming. Like the long form stuff, I had really hit my stride. So this has kind of given me the confidence to look at it and go, you know what? I'm completely done with that. Doesn't mean I'll never do a short again, but it's allowing me to say, you know what? Every video I upload to YouTube in the long form section is going to be, it's really narrowing my focus on the channel. It's building, it's kind of forcing me into something that I wasn't focused enough on, which was build a brand, right? Go out there and say, you know what? This is what this channel is about. This is the type of content. And instead of me constantly thinking, oh, how do I get more content out there? Let's get the highest quality content possible. And I don't mean high quality in the sense of overly edited. I don't even mean editing in general, because the videos we post in the sports gaming are just kind of raw commentary videos of us playing a sports game. So it's not highly edited. What I mean is videos that fit your brand and that people are excited to watch. It doesn't matter if you have an edit every 3 seconds or if you don't have a single edit in the entire video, if it's what the audience wants. And so I wanted to make this video just because I know there's a lot of YouTube creators out there that are probably in the same situation I was in, where at first it stinks, right? Because you're like, you're just so like, oh my God, I've worked so hard to get this far, only to find out that now you're out of the program. But the good news is that YouTube is telling you exactly how you get back in, exactly what to do. And I know a lot of their stuff sometimes is vague and, you don't know exactly maybe what the problem was, but it's not that hard when they tell you something like inauthentic content to look through and to be very honest and say, this is, even if I don't think it was bad or inauthentic, whatever it is, this is what hit it, right? These style of videos, and to not do those in the future. And by the way, there's a ton of videos out there from huge creators breaking down what this might be. So all I'm saying is that if you're one of these people who is someone who's, you want to be a full-time YouTuber, right? That's your dream. And you got hit with this and this feels like my dream is over, right? That's it for my dream. Don't feel that way. What you should do, go back to your channel, go back to the drawing board. If you're already monetized, that means that you have some semblance of a viewer base, and find out how you can retool your channel that fits into YouTube guidelines, get yourself back into the partner program, and then from there, you actually will build a strong brand. I understand, like I said, I've heard a lot of people complaining about these demonetizations, and I understand the frustration, but I do think the direction they're heading, the more I think about it, with what are they targeting with these rules, is actually a good thing, right? They're trying to make it so that if you put out that good content, it can actually be seen. And so what they're going after is AI content that's mass produced, don't want it on YouTube. And because of that, some channels that, maybe were borderline, maybe they ended up getting demonetized. But that could be a temporary setback for a major comeback for your channel. My channels, when, I'm still doing stuff on them, still going to be putting out videos even until, the date of I can reapply. But there's not going to be a situation where after this, my channel is worse off than before. We're going to keep improving that content, and you could do the same thing with yours very easily. All you do is take a week, take 2 weeks. It doesn't even have to be that long. It could be a day, it could be 2 days. Scan through your channel, get a notepad, say, this is our brand, this is what we're heading with going forward, this is what we're going to do. And it might just be the moment you look back on in 5, 10, 15 years and say, that was the best thing that ever happened to me. Because had that not happened, I would have still been doing my videos, right? Maybe they're not lazy videos, but they're good videos, but they're not great. And now I'm producing great videos. So if you're out there and you just got demonetized and you're really upset, don't, kind of give up. Go out and make your channels even better and, become the YouTube creator you dream about. Thank you all for watching.